Leslie Meredith from Breakbulk Events and Media here at Breakbulk Middle East. We have just finished a great session on building port efficiency, talking about a lot of different technologies that can come into play. And I have one of our panelists here with me in the studio, Dennis Dreier, HPC, Hamburg Port Consulting. Welcome, Dennis.
Thank you very much.
It's so good to see you. So tell me what you talked about on the panel.
So we talked about technologies, we talked about artificial intelligence, business intelligence, what we can expect over the next years, what do we use already now, what are the low-hanging fruits. And what is also important to consider, and that came quite out of the panel, also from the discussions, it's not only about technology, but also you need to consider the acceptance of technology when implementing. So change management must be a part of every technology project.
Absolutely, and you certainly are the experts in this field. I talked to one of your colleagues yesterday, Christina. She talked about the interest and the focus that the company has on ports in both the Middle East and Africa. So say as a port operator, where do you start? If you haven't really embarked on that journey, where do you start? And how do you get your employees on board?
Yeah, so we have a kind of consulting approach, which we call Terminal Excellence Check, for example. There we send a team on site 1 or 2 weeks to report, and they analyze how the operations are, how the situation is regarding competitiveness nowadays, how could it be in the future. So we kind of try to analyze the port operations from different angles and come up with a plan how to move forward.
And how do you get everyone on board? Once you've sort of put the menu together, you put the plan together, what's the best sort of strategic decisions for a port, then how do you manage the transition or the evolution to a more digitalized, technologically advanced operation?
Yeah. So first you need to kind of analyze what is actually already available. And let's take the example of data. Some ports maybe don't have the data that they need for certain solutions. So you need to start actually at the very beginning with considering what do you want to solve, which sensors do you maybe need to actually collect the data to be able to analyze and solve the problem that the port has. Some other ports are much more further with their development, but this doesn't mean that it's possible to use the data. It could be closed systems that are not accessible. So checking whether you actually can access the data and do the data analytics or not is usually the first step that we take also when considering quite developed ports already. So data accessibility, and then also the technologies that you need to actually come to insights where you want to understand, okay, this is a situation now, considering the KPIs that you come up with, what could we do next? So we call it like data-driven decision making. And the target is always to go from the raw data, from the systems where the data is stored, to the insights in a fully automated way, and then making decisions based on that.
Okay, wow, that gives us a lot of information and helps us understand how the journey might look and how it might look for different ports depending on what their needs are. So you were on the main stage, as was your colleague, but you're also exhibiting here. Tell me about the experience for your team. Thank you so much for that insight. We appreciate it.